This Gen 2 Plus night vision binocular costs $4,000, but how can this Gen 3 night vision binocular only cost $700? Keep watching to find out. And at the end of the video, I'll show how these two perform side by side. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get your hands on Gen 3 night vision for $700, a fraction of the cost of what it cost me to buy Gen 2 Plus night vision. So the secret to reducing the cost of night vision to the point where brokies like you and me can buy it is actually assembling it yourself. But before you click off the video, assembling a monocular is actually very easy. It pretty much amounts to screwing a couple of components together into a tube shape. If a gremlin like me can do it 3 beers deep, you can definitely do it almost blackout drunk. And I'm going to explain exactly how to get your hands on these parts and exactly how to assemble it. So just keep watching till the end of the video. So there's 3 actual things you're gonna have to source to build your night vision binocular. The first thing is gonna be your housing. The second thing is glass, meaning the 2 lenses. And the third thing is your intensifier tube, the thing that actually amplifies light, kind of determines the specs of what your night vision is gonna be. That's the most important thing you're gonna have to source. But there are also 3 things that you can do that will ruin your build. But I'll talk about those in a minute. So housing is where you're gonna be able to save a lot of money if you can 3D print your housing, and if you're savvy with soldering and putting together electronics and all this. Because I'm an idiot and because you're probably new to night vision, I highly recommend just buying housing that's already put together. I went with this Yaxa Alexi 14 housing from Taobao. It retails for about $400 USD right now, but it's bundled with the glass. It is Chinese glass. It's not going to be mil-spec super nice glass, but it is glass. If you went the 3D printed route, you could also buy the glass separately for about $200 USD. Links in the description. Now that you have your glass and your housing, you can now move on to buying your intensifier tube. And this is one of the things that can ruin your build. Do not buy an intensifier tube that is not compatible with the housing that you bought. So make sure, I don't care what you use, Gemini, ChatGPT, Google, Bing, TikTok, Instagram Reels, I don't care. Make sure that the intensifier tube you're buying will fit into your housing. That's the first thing. Before you guys dogpile on me for clickbaiting the price, I will say that I got my intensifier tube for $300 something USD. And the reason being is because it's been passed around in my friend group for like 2 years and I got a really good price for it. Was able to find a similar intensifier tube for $400 on eBay, also Gen 3. So it is possible to find intensifier tubes for under $500. And you may be asking, what are the best places to find affordable intensifier tubes? I don't know how many times, take a drink for every time I've said intensifier tube, holy crap. The first place is probably eBay, any other reselling platforms like Facebook Marketplace. The second place, unfortunately, is either your friend group, if you have friends, I highly doubt it, or Discord. I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to touch Discord. I'm something of a Discord moderator myself, links in description, links in pinned comment, but I'm not on very good terms with a lot of these Discord servers, mainly because A, I'm retarded, and B, I really like beefing night vision vendors. So you're gonna have to find these Discord servers yourself, mainly because I don't think they want a shout out from me. They're really easy to find, they're probably gonna be at the top of your search, so don't stress about it too much. But for beginners, because it's less gatekeepy, it's probably better to just go on eBay. And now that you have everything you need to build your night vision binocular, you can move on to building it. So the first thing you're gonna do, find a clean workspace. Make sure there's no dust, no random bits of static electricity or none of that. I used my couch and my coffee table. Your desk will probably be fine. Just wipe it down beforehand, maybe put a mat down or something. The second thing you're gonna do is unscrew the battery compartment from the housing. Pretty self-explanatory. And then now you're gonna move on to taking out your intensifier tube from whatever packaging that it was shipped to you in. Do not, this is the second thing that can ruin your build, do not touch the milky part of your intensifier tube. I know, everyone wants to poke the milky part. It looks so touchable. You just wanna put the whole thing in your mouth and chew it. But don't do that. Just put it down, make sure you don't get any dust or random crap on it. When you're ready, put your intensifier tube, super easy, put your intensifier tube into your housing. Make sure the 2 contact points are facing upwards and that the nub is indexed into your housing so it can't spin around. Then you're gonna put your light tube in, which is like this transparent circle, which allows your indicator light to be visible through your tube. It's for your IR light, if your housing has that. And then here's the third thing you can do to ruin your build. Listen, everyone, jingle jangle, 6-7, jingle jangle, skibbity toilet, back rooms, listen up. You can cross thread your retaining ring in your housing. So whatever you do not cross thread this, otherwise you have to buy a new housing. What I do is the worst thing, which is screw it in with my fingers. What you should actually do is buy a dedicated tool to screw in this retaining ring. I am not liable for any damages to your monocular if you do choose to do what I did, which is use my finger. But you can use your finger. So gently, very carefully, screw the retaining ring into your housing. If you feel any resistance at all, backtrack, do it again. Take as many attempts as you need. Take as much time as you need. Be patient with it. Just make sure you don't cross-thread it. After you finish cross-threading your housing, now you can put in your two lenses. You screw in your two lenses, super easy. And then you screw your battery compartment back onto your housing, pop a battery in, boot up your device. Basically a cakewalk after the retaining ring. An idiot can do it. Anyone can do this. It's really easy. You just have to be careful and patient. So you're probably wondering, well, why is this monocular $700 and how does it perform? Well, the first thing I'll say is that it has a massive blem in the middle. And that's why I got the tube for $300. It does work though. How does it perform compared to my Gen 2 Plus? Not that well, but leagues better than your naked eye. And now you can see IR light, and now you can see at night, which is the important part. It's not ideal, but it is a couple things. It's analog, it's cheap, it's Gen 3, and I don't care what anyone says, green phosphor is just as good as white phosphor. Shut up. White phosphor people, shut up. The green phosphor people are talking. But yeah, you are working with an under $500 intensifier tube. You are working with Chinese glass and Chinese housing. It's not gonna be ideal. If you were expecting a clean tube from a $700 build, I don't know what to tell you. But you can still aim with it using a laser aiming module. You can use all the space around that doesn't have a blem in it. Your intensifier tube probably won't look like mine. You will probably be fine. There will probably be blems on it. Probably won't be the nicest thing in the world, but you can still use a laser. You can still walk around with it. Use the parts where it's not blemed to see where your obstacles are, see where you have to step, and you'll be okay. I've hiked with this monocular. It's fine. It doesn't hinder me that much. Moral of the story, brokies like us don't get nice night vision, but if you're interested in $150 night vision, check out this video.